Hey there. So I'm going over the concept of schema for this assignment as it relates to Jean Piaget. My example I'm using is um, my one of my older kids who's a seventh grader learning now about what it means to be a middle school student, what it means to be a responsible older student, and that has to do with studying and doing homework outside of school. So initially, he had this idea, which was this is school. You go to school, you um, you sit for lessons, you learn new things, you pay attention, and then you're turning in assignments and um, you're doing quizzes, and eventually you get grades, and those grades are largely based on just how well your teacher teaches you and if you pay attention or not. Basically, that's been my sense of what how he understands it. um, and so last year, especially when he was in sixth grade, coming from a bigger school to a smaller school, he really that was his view of how you succeed in school. Um, and then now this year, a little bit more expectations are on him to work hard, and he's just like, you can tell his brain is stretching so much. He's so blown away that um, he has to like go home and read material on his own so he can understand it. And for me, this is a process of assimilation that we're talking about, where this is a new idea to him, that he's responsible for his learning, that there's things like when he's a high schooler that the teacher's not going to spell out for him. He has to go learn them himself. He has to go read them. So this was, I'd say, his understanding of what is school, what is being a student, um, and then that this is him now with this new expectation at our school, and they're not the same. It's new information that he's fitting in with existing information in his brain and trying to reconcile the two. Um, it's it's a like, I think it's an uncomfortable process of learning and growing. Um, you can tell that it's uncomfortable and it's a new idea, but he's going from this and kind of shedding this to a new understanding, um, making an accommodation, so creating new schemas in his brain, um, when the new information presented doesn't fit this old schema. So he is doing pretty well with that, but it is still, you can see it's still kind of, when you ask him to go now, it's chapter 4 of social studies, so you're going to go home and um, if you didn't quite understand it today, you're going to go and read a little bit because you have a test on Thursday. Those kinds of things, it's still kind of beginning to click in his brain, because that's a new schema that is sort of just forming for him mentally. And that's what I got. Thank you.